IntelliQvic training tutorial. So we're going to do the Class C example now. DXF import for the Class C file. So we'll hit Model, 2D File Insert, and find Class C. And here's Class C. So 00 again is in an awkward spot. So I want to put it at the wire start hole just to make it simple. So place model. Hit the geometry icon, get the center of that circle loaded in for to hit define. Hit the little icon here and define, and that will move your origin position to the center of that circle. Now, notice as a wire EDM programmer, now we have the situation with sharp corners drawn in the geometry. Our wire machine cannot cut sharp corners on an inside. It can make sharp outside corners, but it cannot make sharp inside corners. So, something to consider if the two pieces you're trying to make a punch and a die type fit together, all your corners should have some kind of radius if you want them to fit together, unless you have some huge amount of clearance between the two. So, on this die shape, we can leave them, when we program the die, we can leave them sharp. We won't actually get a sharp corner there. We're going to get a radius. So when we make the punch, these four corners, we got to remember to put some kind of radius on there, like a 7th radius. Otherwise, the punch won't fit into the die for our test cut. So we'll make the die program first. Feature recognition, contour extraction, table of program will be our 875 for our program. And we're just going to make a straight through die. And start element, pick somewhere on it and extract. So you got the one contour, it says die. There it is. Back to my top view, 2D drawing, starting hole. Put my starting hole at 00. Machining path, path generation. So these steps are all what we have already learned before. I'm just kind of going through them as a redundancy. So generate path. Here's our cutting conditions. Should have anything have changed. Maybe we're going to go close nozzles on this one. Turn on our corner controls. Let's do a 4-pass. So glue tab size, retract size. Review those two numbers. Those are the most important things that we're looking at on here. If we wanted to taper it, we could turn that on here. I'll do another example with taper. So we hit OK. Specify starting hole. Specify entry element. We'll go down here at 6 o'clock. Okay, so there's the die program. So we can convert that out. NC conversion. Convert to NC. Class-C-die. Now if I want to make the punch, let's go through this again. I can either do file new and import it again and get rid of everything, or I can just do delete path. That deletes the tool path, but I still have that feature recognition in here, so I'm going to go delete that, check mark it, delete. And now that's deleted. So I'm back to the geometry I had because I want to put a radius on here. So now we're going to actually use the 2D drawing toolbar. And remember, whenever we're done using this toolbar, we got to use this blue button to get back out. Okay? So there is a button here called fillet. So it's over on the leftmost side, kind of center of the toolbar. This one here says fillet. I know there's a lot of things on this toolbar and on this section here on the left side. And excuse me, we're going to just focus on this fillet choice for right now. And we used this start circle one before, but you know, there's only a couple on here that we really want to use because at this point we're not really using this software to create the geometry. We want to import files and just put a toolpath on them. So there's only a few things we need to really focus on. Here's our fillet. And like I said, they forgot to put the fillets in. So it says enter the fillet radius. So let's put 9 thou radiuses in it. Hit enter. And then go to your corners where you get the little circle. Click it. The little red circle. Click it. Click it. And there we go. So now they're all radiused. Hit the blue button. Now we have everything we need. Feature recognition, contour extraction, table of program, 875. Punch, pick somewhere on the punch, extract. And so there's our punch. Wire start hole, I want to put the wire start hole. I don't want to use this one up here for a punch. I need one here. Basically, if we look at the bottom right, my Y is at minus 100. So if I put it at Y minus 300, that'll give me a 200 thousandths long lead-in line. So we'll go 2D drawing, starting hole, minus 0.300, new, close. There's my new start hole for the punch. Machining path, path generation, generate path. If you want to check your power settings or just use what you had before, that's fine. Set it on 3 passes maybe. Now, the residual stock. This is our glue tab, so it's got to be big enough to hold the little tab on, keep the slug in place to keep it from moving, but not so far, not so big that it's backed up around this radius and the tab's over here somewhere. So we want to watch the size of this, maybe put it on 75 thousandths. These parts are not very big, so if I hover over here, I should have checked that before to see how long this element was. But anyway, the avoidance, let's put 15 thousandths in for that. Specify the starting hole, specify the lead-in face. There we go. Notice this blue thing is on this flat. It's not backed up around a radius, and the little retract moves. It doesn't go all the way back into the start hole. So this is what we want. NC conversion, convert to NC. Class-C, punch. Convert parameters. They should all be the same as before. Convert. So those are your class samples that we need to wire cut for the training class.